bed with my boyfriend. It's like 10 in the morning on a Saturday. I'm super sleepy. He's sleepy. He's really cute. So I pull out my iPhone and I start looking at messages from clients. And the first thing it says, "My dear, for our next perversion, we need 2 midgets, one that is 3 feet tall, one that is 4 feet tall. 2 magic markers of different colors. Shirts with epaulets. 2 pairs of clown shoes. And a shaker full of ground pepper." And I start laughing so hard that I wake up my boyfriend and he rolls over and goes, "What's going on?" I'm like, "I love my fucking job." So, and she said, "I'm January. I'm from Los Angeles and San Francisco. I can't make up my mind." I started this in a very weird way because I just sort of started falling down the slippery slope of sex work. I started off as a stripper, which I still say that I'm working out my post-traumatic stripper disorder from. It's a different form of PTSD. And then I got interested in the swinger scene, and then I got interested in the fetish scene, and then I was a bondage model, and then I was doing submissive video work, and my mentor said to me, "You're a terrible submissive on video. What are you doing?" I was like, "I don't know, I'm just trying things out." So she said, "Let me teach you some skills." And she did. Her name is Isabella Sinclair. She's amazing. And she taught me all kinds of great things, such as one of the great things about being a dominatrix is you get personal submissives, which means they get to do your bidding just to be in your life. So my submissive, Tommy, he's wonderful. He's Asian, he's probably 50 years old, he's really subservient, he'll do anything for me, he's incredibly loyal. He can't fucking do windows. Or mirrors, as it turns out. So I had him do all of the mirrors in my studio down in Los Angeles, which is like 2,500 square feet, and there's a lot of fucking mirrors, because people like to watch themselves as they're fucking getting slapped and beaten and nipples pinched and all that. They want to see how it looks. So he's in there and he's watching these mirrors, and he does a craptastic job. So I didn't really say much. I was just like, "Okay, this is your best effort. All right, that's cool." So we went, "Would you like some playtime?" Tommy says, "Yeah, I'd like some playtime." Great. So I tie him up really securely on the bondage bed, and then I pull out a bag of saline solution, and I pull out an IV lead, and I pull out a nice little needle. I'm like, "So you know, your best wasn't good enough." And then I proceed to tie the IV bag up, and I proceed to start a line down to his scrotum. And I inflate his scrotum slowly over the period of the next 60 minutes or so to about the size of a cantaloupe. So my little Asian submissive has balls like this now, and he's trying to walk around bow-legged. And he's like, "Well, mistress, how long will this last?" 48 hours, roughly. He says, "But I have to work tomorrow." "Not my problem. I asked you to do my mirrors." But that's just the personal side of things. The other side of things is like my jerk-off client. My jerk-off client, he's really cute. He's probably, like 40 years old, never been married. He's the perma-bachelor, and he thinks he's all that. So he's constantly asking me when we do sessions, "Please jerk me off, please jerk me off, mistress, please fucking jerk me off." I'm like, "I'm not really into it. No. Next time, please jerk me off. Would you please give me a hand job? I just want to fucking be jerked off." No. The third time, I'm like, "All right, fine. I'll do this." I pull out a Tenga egg. If any of you know what a Tenga egg is, it's basically like a silicone jerk-off sheet. It's super stretchy. It looks like a Easter egg on the outside, like one of those ones you go on an Easter egg hunt for. You crack it open, and inside there's like this sleeve, and it's textured on the inside, and it's super stretchy. So you put a little lube on the inside, it's like the best hand job in the world. Well, I took the Tenga egg, and I slyly turned around, and I laced it with hot sauce. And I turned around, and I said, "Okay, you ready for your hand job? Here we go." So I grab his dick, and I grab the Tenga egg, and I start sliding it over his dick. And he's tied up like this, right? And all of a sudden, he starts jumping up and down. "Oh my God, it burns, it burns, it burns. Oh, fuck, it burns." I'm like, "Mm-hmm." And I'm stroking his dick. And he's starting to scream, he's starting to sweat, and you can see that he's starting to get really panicked because I'm not letting him out. "Please, sisters, please, 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 let me go, let me go, let me go." I'm like, "You wanted a hand job, right? I'm giving you a hand job. What the fuck is your problem?" Finally, I felt a little bad for him because I have played this game before in restaurants with my girlfriend, and we call this wasabi, and whoever has to get up first buys drinks. So I know this shit burns. So I untie him, he goes rushing off to the shower, and needless to say, he's never asked me to jerk him off again. Ever. I wonder if he's ever asked another woman, period. Now, my perversion that I started this tale off with, he's about 5 feet tall, which is great because he loves tall women like me. And so, being my wonderful perversion that he is, he asked me about this midget and this magic marker and all this nonsense. And by the end of it, I was just like, all right, so what do we do with all these things? So he goes, well, you know, I'm a fan of very tall women. One day, we could have a 3-footer on the top, and one day we could have a 3-footer on the bottom, and vice versa. So that way there's always variety in my tall women. Okay, tight rack. What about the magic markers? He goes, well, you know, sometimes in dimly lit situations, you can't really tell whose holes are whose holes, and you wouldn't want to offend somebody by calling them the wrong name, so you color code their holes with magic markers. As if it was the most obvious thing in the world. Oh, okay, of course that's what we would do. Typing. And then I'm like, all right, so if I do the magic markers and I get the midgets, what about the clown shoes and the epaulets? He goes, well, that's how you stack them together. Clearly. Because the clown shoes lace through the epaulets, otherwise they wouldn't be secure. Oh, got it, okay. And the pepper? Well, have you ever seen sneezing midgets fall off one another? At this point, like, you know, I'm completely gullible. And so I'm like, oh, I get it, he's pulling my leg. All right, that's fine. Fuck him. So I tell him the next time he comes in for session, I'm like, I'm so sorry, I couldn't get the midgets. I tried really, really hard. There were no midgets to be had. It's okay, you know, we can do our thing. So I tie him up really securely, and then I drain his bladder with a catheter. And then I re-inflate it with green-colored whipped cream. And then I shove 5 Tic Tacs that are minty flavored down his urethra because it's properly lubed with this whipped cream. And I'm like, I can't wait to see these come popping out as you get hard. It'll be really amazing. It'll be like artwork on my wall. But he couldn't get hard. I'm like, come on. So I free one of his hands, and he pulls his hand and I start stroking his dick. I'm like, I just want to see you get hard. I want you to put on a show for me. I want this to be exciting and fun. And he's stroking, and it's not getting hard. I'm like, you know what? You've got 10 seconds to use it or lose it. And he says, what do you mean lose it? I'm like, well, you've got 10 seconds to figure that out. So, stroking, like 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, stroking. 5, 4, 3, frantically. Can I have more time? No. 3, 2, 1. I reached over, tied his hand back up. He's looking at me sort of scared, because I think he thought that I was going to castrate him. Which, given my history, might not be a bad idea. So, I reach over and I slyly grab this tube of super glue. And I grab the bottom of his scrotum and I sort of take the sides and I tuck them around so that they cover his top. And I take the super glue and I glue from the base all the way to the top, really slowly, and I make sure to hold it so it definitely sticks. But his cock, the tip of his head, still picks off the top, so he can pee. I'll let him do that, but there's no way that fucker is getting hard for a few days, because he couldn't do it for me, he can't do it for him. And so by the end of it, he's got the mangina that looks like it's something out of a fucking horror movie. It's amazing. Like, I did a really good job with my surgical glue. I have to tell you, like, I should be an EMT for sure. And he gets up and says, well, what am I going to do with this? I said, I don't know. What am I supposed to do with these stupid emails about midgets and pepper and magic markers? What in the world was I supposed to do with that? He goes, nothing. There's your answer. So anyway, if I haven't terrified you, I'm a dominatrix. My website is Mistress January, and I do enjoy some perversions here and there. January Seraph. Give it up, yeah!